Here we are, the Bridesburg wreck. It's election day. I've been looking forward to this day for the last few weeks. And today, Pat Dugan is trying to defeat incumbent Larry Krasner for the district attorney's race. This is where I vote, the Bridesburg wreck. Hey, here we are. Hello. All right, it's official. I voted. And the turnout at the Bridesburg wreck, pretty good. Pretty good. Now, other sections of the city, I heard Harrogate, Kensington, turnout not so good. Now, a lot of people still vote by mail, so it's kind of hard to judge these things. But the bigger the turnout in Bridesburg and Port Richmond, the better that is for Pat. Independence Hall, Election Day, 2025. Government's still shut down. That's right. You know, there's a food bank in my neighborhood, and I walked past it today, and the line outside the food bank was massive today. And that's because of the SNAP benefits not going in on the first of the month, and that's like food stamps, and it helps people out when you're not making enough money to survive because the prices of everything is outrageous. It's terrible. It's terrible. These politicians can't do anything. Now in Pennsylvania, they just announced today that there's a school district that's going to have to close. The school district is going to have to close because the people in the state government can't get together. There we go. Look at this, taking a picture of George Washington's house. How you going? Very exude. I'm sorry. You look lovely. Very good. Nice picture. Yeah, so the school district's going to close down because the state government can't agree to a budget. The Republicans and the Democrats can't agree to a state budget. Here it is. This is the president's house. Look how dirty the president's house is getting. Because the people who wash the windows are not working right now. That's embarrassing. And this is the slave quarters where Washington's slaves lived. And once the government gets back and open, one of the first things they're going to do is take down the slave display. All right, there's Independence Hall. Oh, where am I going right now? I'm going to meet Pat Dugan. He's making a little public appearance at noon. There it is, Independence Hall. Look at the line at the Liberty Bell. It's pretty, it's more than it usually is. Now, right now, this building's closed because our government's not open. So the park rangers have not gotten a paycheck in over a month. The people who run our air traffic control system, the people who make sure the planes fly safe, they haven't gotten paid. And I think some of those people are like, I'm not going to come to work today if I'm not going to get paid. And now some of our airports are closing. It's kind of I would describe the America right now as clusterfucky. And Pennsylvania is super clusterfucky because the both, I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like they won't pass a budget. There it is, the public ledger. This street here is Publisher Row. It's 6th Street. You go down Sampson Street, you'll be on Jewelers Row. And look at the leaves here behind Independence Hall, falling at a pretty rapid pace. Oh, it smells good. Oh, they got a food truck right here. Philadelphia made a big announcement for the 250th anniversary of the United States. They're going to do a day of first. And one of the first things they're going to celebrate is the hot air balloon flight that launched from the old Walnut Street prison right here. The first hot air balloon flight. You walk around This prison was built in 1775. It was around to 1838. Eastern State Penitentiary. Ooh, that's a tough word to say with my broken mouth. Eastern State Penitentiary replaced this prison. And if you ever been to Eastern State Penitentiary, what they do is that prison was punishment. You were in solitary confinement. It was radical in its the way it was designed, because most prisons were like, you know, you hung out, you had a good time, you would have like 30 guys. You pretty much would just like sleep in your cell and hang out the rest of the day. So when they designed Eastern State Penitentiary, it was like, no, prison is punishment. You must sit in solitary confinement. Charles Dickens visited Philadelphia. What's going on, cuz? What's his name? Charles Dickens wrote many letters about how he hated Eastern State Penitentiary and how it like cripples the human mind and it's not good for humanity. There we are. There's another Lippincott Company. It's another one of those publishing houses here on Publisher Row. How exciting. This is super cool. This is the old St. Mary's Church. John Barry's buried here. This cemetery's never open. Let's go check it out. There it is. This is the grave of Commodore John Barry, father of the American Navy. He was born in Ireland. And if you go to Independence Hall, the statue behind Independence Hall is Commodore Barry. By the way, there's a bridge. The Commodore Barry Bridge goes from it's near the Union Stadium. It's named after him. Have you met her?
Oh, I know her well. Are you kidding me? I'm drinking. I know her well. So. All right, Miss Mayor.
How you doing?
How are you?
How are you?
Miss Mayor, how are you? Great to see you.
How you doing?
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. I sort of lukewarm.
That was nice.
It was lukewarm.
This is pretty cool. And every election, people come here and yeah, it's awesome.
So then you see all the folks who are running. They come through here one election day.
Well, it's a good idea to come here, get a cup of coffee, just sit here and meet the candidates.
Correct.
45 yes.
Wow.
It sure has.
You come here, you have coffee, and then you decide who you're going to vote for.
You have a pastrami or a Reuben and stuff like that.
Reubens are good.
Yeah.
You see, you're Irish. That's, yeah.
Fantastic.
And everybody pays, which is really amazing.
All right, well, I'm going to go. Know what I'm doing right now? I'm riding my scooter around the city, just yelling at people to vote for you. I got 6 votes that way so far.
That's awesome. Keep it up, man. Let's do it.
All right, I'll see you at the victory party, Pat. It's nice meeting you. I'll see you later. Go Birds. Size of that cookie. Good grief. And there's the mayor saying hi to the citizens. The mayor met Pat, shook hands, said hi, Pat. It was pretty. Pat said she used to hug him. Now she just shakes hands. All right. I made a promise a few years ago that if I could make a difference in the neighborhood of Kensington, I would do everything in my power. And the only thing I really have is a platform. And I tried my best to get the guy elected. The people in this city just don't like Republicans. And unfortunately, we're at this day and age where even if it's common sense, even if the guy who is running is a Democrat, like I've been posting stuff on my social media, and I've explained this 1,000 times that Pat isn't a Republican. He's a Democrat running on the Republican Party because he was written in, because the Republican Party didn't run anybody to become district attorney, because they gave up on this city. They don't try. So now So you got to do something outside the box to beat this Democratic Party in Philadelphia. And it sounds like the machine is just too big. Yeah, I learned this lesson during a mayor election. It had to be over 20 years ago. There was a mayor election between a guy named Sam Katz, who was a Republican, and John Street, who, not a good mayor, not really a good mayor, but, matter of fact, I think he was a pretty bad mayor. We've had some decent mayors in our time, like Ed Rendell. He did some stuff to get the state. He had us pay for these stadiums for these billionaires. I don't know if that was a good thing at the time. And then there was a Michael Nutter. He did a lot of good stuff. He was fine, right? And then Jim Kenney came in, and he was just a pile of garbage. Now, the mayor we have now, Sherelle Parker, the woman who I just shook hands with, I don't have a bad feeling about her. I also don't know if she has, like, I feel like she's part of a think tank, and she's like the spokesperson of that think tank. I don't know if she ever has ideas of her own, if that makes sense. But she's a nice lady. I'll give that to her. She's always nice to me, and I don't always say the most flattering things about her because I keep it real. How pretty is that? Pretty as a postcard. Right there, that's the First Bank of the United States. Not that part. That part, ooh. You hear that bell? That's the bell at Independence Hall. It's called the Centennial Bell. Well, we're getting like an echo. I was part of the very last tour of Independence Hall before this government shutdown happened. I knew this government shutdown was going to be a little bit. Now, this building here, this is Carpenter's Hall. This is open during the government shutdown. Let's see if my friend's here. Yeah, it's always nice to go. And I have a friend who works in there. I always pop in and say hi. She doesn't know my YouTube name. She always calls me the Philly Vlogger. I love that. So whenever I leave there, she'll introduce me to 100 people. I will gain 0 people because I never correct her because I think it's funny. This is what they're doing all over the city. They're going to be painting these red bus lanes for buses only. No cars. And they're going to equip the buses with cameras. And then they're going to take a picture of your license plate if you're in the red. Here's my question. What if I have to turn? What do I do? Do I usually turn in the... Oh, I don't know. So now I'm just going to avoid every street that has a bus. I do so many things to avoid the parking authority. Now that the SEPTA is part of the parking authority, hopefully the parking authority can do a little bit to help fund SEPTA and its deficit. Scumbag parking authority. This is Second Bank of the United States. First Bank is down the block. All right. And we're back here at Independence Hall. This is where Ben Franklin and Nick Cage, the National Treasure stuff. I go past the Liberty Bell. I'm going to say hi. Big crowd here. I'm sure a lot of these people would have enjoyed to go inside to see the Liberty Bell, but politicians eat ass. Bless you. Politicians eat ass. Yeah, it's too big of a crowd. I'll just do it from here. Hey, Liberty Bell, how are you? Looks like you got a big crowd today. Listen, I'll talk to you later, hon. All right, just talking to the Liberty Bell. There's Melrose Larry Green. I'm here at the Independence Hall Visitor Center, and guess what, cuz? It's Christmas time. What's up, Ben? How you doing? Yeah, this is where you would get your tickets for Independence Hall if the park service was open, but it's not because politicking. There we go. All right, here we are. We're at the VFW back in Bridesburg. VFW number 2. The sun is setting on the city of Philadelphia. We have about 3 more hours till the polls close. turnout has been light all throughout the city. That's what I'm hearing. See that parking lot there? That parking lot. That's where Thomas Jefferson read the Declaration of Independence for the first time publicly. By himself, you know, like the man himself read it. I'm driving underneath the L. It's about 6 p.m. For the last 2 hours, I kind of just been driving around at different polling places, kind of getting a feel of what the turnout is. And the turnout has been super light in some areas, and in some areas, it's a pretty impressive turnout. Now, the only way Pat can win this is if a lot of people go out and vote for him, and a lot of people don't go out and vote for just like the straight Democratic Party, because that's how Larry wins. Larry Krasner did not really campaign. Every time he campaigned, he was always talking about Donald Trump and not about anything about the issues in the city. And I know a lot of people are afraid of Donald Trump, or people don't like Donald Trump. Because of Donald Trump, people, and it goes for both parties, but because people will not vote Republican just as long as Donald Trump's. I don't think people will vote Republican just because. And I know people won't vote Democrat just because. And that's a scary way for our country to be, since there's only really two parties. And it's just so polarizing, and everybody's so anti the other party. Well, anyway, the main point of this clip is, earlier in the video I said I don't think there's a chance. I got a sliver of hope. I would say there's a 10% chance right now, which is better than 0, which is what I was earlier today. All right, this is it. Here we are, Constanners. 7:30 p.m. and this is the Pat Dugan victory party. Fingers crossed. This is we're about 9 o'clock, and Krasner has a pretty big lead, almost 60,000 votes compared to Dugan's 13,000.
What an honorable fight. We believed in the fight. We all believed that we needed a new district attorney. And all of us would like to thank Judge Dugan for everything he did, for holding the banner, putting his name and his good reputation on the line to serve Philadelphia. Pat Dugan is a great man. He deserved better than he got tonight, but we all love him. We're happy that his family endorsed his run. And he is a great man. I can't say anything more other than thank you to Pat Dugan. And now we're going to welcome him in to talk to the press, talk to all of our supporters. And again, I thank you. Okay. Judge Pat Dugan.
Front corner.
What's up? Back. Yeah.
All right. So first of all, I want to thank all those people who helped me in this endeavor, in our pursuit of trying to do what's right for our city. All you volunteers, thank you so much, because I want to make it clear, we had 0 paid staff members, very limited budget, and I appreciate the effort that everybody put into it. So please, give yourself a round of applause. family, thank you for putting up with me. I appreciate my family that you supported me during, again, this endeavor to try to save Philadelphia. So tonight, I got fewer votes than Larry Krasner. But make no mistake about it, Larry Krasner did not win this election. The truth won. Because throughout this campaign, Larry Krasner was finally exposed for what he is, a despicable, uncaring, heartless human being. He looks at death, at carnage, and the unspeakable suffering that results from his policies, and he shrugs. He blames someone else, anybody else. He mocks police officers who show more courage, walk into a bathroom than he has shown at any point in his life. He trolls judges, sneers at other lawyers, and tries to intimidate anyone who dares to call out the anarchy he has unleashed on our city. He is a bad person because he protects bad people. That's right. His heart is dark because he lies to protect his ego, never caring who the lies hurt. So yes, tonight I concede that I lost an election. But I rejoice in the fact that Larry Krasner finally has been exposed to anyone with eyes and ears as a curse upon this city. Philadelphia now knows exactly who and what he is. Krasner's famed chief of the Conviction Integrity Unit, Patricia Cummings, she actually was pleading the fifth in front of the court for an exoneration of a murderer. Judge after judge have said on the record that Krasner lacks integrity. He's had ethical violations in every election he's been involved in. Highly likely there'll be another one in this election cycle. Let us hope and pray that officials with investigative power within earshot tonight convene thorough examinations of his policies and their impact on innocent human beings in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia media in general need to stop coddling Larry Krasner. This great city This great city of Philadelphia deserves better. We cannot allow this disaster to continue unchecked. Until then, keep speaking, keep exposing him, keep calling out every one of his dastardly deeds. Tonight, I concede the vote count, but I do not concede the truth. And history... History, not tonight's tally, will be the final judge of Larry Krasner.
give Judge Pat Dugan another standing round of applause. Everything he said here tonight is absolute truth. Larry Krasner does not care about victims. That Larry Krasner is a scumbag. That's what he is. Pat Dugan called it. We need to watch him. We need to investigate him. And we need to take our city back. Pat had the intestinal fortitude to run, to carry the banner, and run a super election. And we all want to thank him. Another round of applause for Judge Pat Dugan. Thank you.
I just don't know what the city's going to do for the next 4 years. It's going to be the same shit. Crimes are going to go unprosecuted. And, I don't know. It's not a good feeling. But I honestly, like I said, I was kind of expecting this. But somebody told me, you feel that, you know that feeling you feel right now? They saw, I was like, I had my head hanging. Someone's like, you know that feeling you have? You just save that for the next campaign. And I said, I hate politics. So I don't think I'm going to do another campaign. But I feel like people voted for party over common sense. And I spent the last few weeks arguing with people on social media about like, oh, I can't support Pat, he's a Republican, and I'm like, he's not a Republican. People couldn't comprehend that. It's so different that people couldn't understand. And he's a good guy, he's just a good human being. So, alright, well, that's it. That's my Election Day spectacular. Boo.